Galalalo Hawalaya Hawasham Shrebasham Kakudas. Balanas to the apostles and elders of great millstone that rule and teach well. Peace and salutation to the brothers and the four corners of this earth, pushing this word in truth. Also in sincerity and with the Monatas and Shalom. I'm here with another video. This one is basically the Venezuelan troops testing out the toys, so to speak. Right? You see how it basically how it's manifested through the precepts, through the scriptures. Because all this is prophecy, right? What we've seen is massive firepower, and we're in little New York, also known as Trinidad and Tobago. Most of Trinidad, we have nothing of such capabilities. Yeah, we might be backed by the US, but yes, sending no guns down here, they're sending troops. Yeah, nothing like that down here. Alright, and our Prime Minister want to push war talks with them because we backed by a superpower. Well, we see how that goes, right? So the article says Venezuelan army holds live fire drill on Patos Island near Trinidad and Tobago. Members of the Bolivian Army of Venezuela conducted a live fire exercise using a Zu-23 anti-aircraft cannon from the deck of the Los Friles class vessel stationed off Patos Island, a small isle located between Venezuela and Trinidad and Tobago. The drill comes amid heightened military preparations by President Nicolas Maduro, who has reportedly warned of possible U.S. invasion. Washington, meanwhile, maintains that its increased naval presence in Caribbean waters is aimed at combating narcotic trafficking operations linked to Venezuelan networks, including the notorious 10-day Aragua gang. And I mean, they just say a lot of different things, but you know what I mean, war isn't the heart according to the precepts. Right, so when you go to the book of Joel 3, and I believe I bring out this one yesterday. The video with the what I say the US might bomb Venezuela in the coming weeks, right? It's 3 and 10. It says, beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say, I am strong. Yeah, this is the weak becoming strong. You know what I mean? The nations are pooling together the military, the weapons, the forces, right? They have Russia weapons, they have Chinese weapons, you know what I mean? To combat the so-called allies, if you would, right? And I mean, it's not looking too good. It's definitely not looking too good, right? It's definitely not looking too good. Is here, is it 63? There, you know, I do this. It said there be spirits that are created for vengeance, which in the fury leons or strokes, in the time of destruction, they pour out their force and appease the wrath of him that made them. And we know that the Lord does deal on both the left and the right hand side. Right? You have spirits that willing to do as he did. Isaiah 40. Is it 45? Is that 45 or 7? I'm gonna search it. I look like 47. 45 and 7. It say, I form the light and create darkness. I make peace and create evil. I, the Lord, do all these things. Yeah, he do all these things. Right, so this is according to what his plan. Yeah, this is his plan. Let the weak say I am strong. The weak are strong now. The weak have become strong. So what will they do in that time? What will they say? What will they say? Alright. But the end of no, I wouldn't say at the end of this war, you know what I mean? But when the war does start, because it will, scriptures say what wars and rumors are wars, you know, it wouldn't look good for the so-called allies, you know what I mean? So either I'm going to be put in the place, alright? I'm gonna bring out that next precept that I brought out yesterday. Um, right. Isaiah 14 and 15, it says, Yet thou shalt be brought down to hell, to the sides of the pit. They that see thee shall narrowly look upon thee, and consider thee, say, Is this the man that made the earth to tremble, that did shake kingdoms, that made the world as a wilderness, and destroyed the cities thereof, to that opened the house of his prisoners? All the kings of the nations, even all of them, lie in glory in his own house. You understand? So the saying, is this the man? Is this the man that made, what I mean? Everybody was so afraid of. Is this the man that, anyway he land it was desolation? Is this the man? you know? Because now the weak strong, so what you gonna do? Alright, in the revelation now. Alright, the Revelation 18 and verse 15. It said the merchants of these things which were made rich by her, meaning America, the capital, so-called capital city of the world, right? Because the person who is in charge of this is known as what the so-called free will. It says, shall stand afar off for the fear of her torment, weeping and wailing, and saying, Alas, alas, that great city that was clothed in fine linen and purple and scarlet and decked with gold and precious stones and pearls. For in 1 hour so great riches is come to naught, and every shipmaster and all the company in ships and sailors and as many as trade by sea stood afar off, and cried when they saw the smoke of her burning, saying, What city is like unto this great city? You understand? What city is like unto this great city? But it will burn, it will fall. You know what I mean? Thus says Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Right? Because when this war is fought, the only side that coming on top is Yahweh Shai and the elect. That's the only side that coming out on top. Right? So yeah, so America think they're going to win. Russia and BRICS think they're going to win, but hey, the weak being made strong, and not just the ones with carnal weapons, right? But that's put that the ones with spiritual weapons, the ones who serve the Lord, are being made strong as well. Yeah? So that was just a funny video. We was edifying to the elect. To the spirit and power of Yahweh Hashem Yahshai Hashem Kakodash. Until next time, Shalom.